Hello and welcome to Deep Cuts the Game, the movie trivia podcast with great movies and great guests. Every week I bring on three interesting people from the world of entertainment, give them three movies, and challenge them to pull out the most obscure actors they can. The deeper the cut, the more points they earn. I'm your host, Jeff Penn, and with me as always, my co-host, a man whose name gets more ironic with every passing day, Alex Young?
That's fair.
It is, but then I also looked up what Alex means, and it's defender of men or defender of mankind, and that's also kind of not you.
That's not accurate either. I don't.
It's a double whammy.
Very heroic vibes.
Yeah. How are you doing tonight?
As always, Jeff. Better than before the intro parts. But I'm okay. How you doing?
That's good. We have not mentioned this in the last two episodes when we really should have, because we did an episode, we'll say 2 episodes ago, which will be our last episode before both of us go on vacation. And we're off for a couple weeks. But then we recorded another episode that will be our first episode back after we've got on vacation. But that being said, neither one of us have gone on said vacation yet. And we won't for about 6 more episodes.
And what I like about this, Jeff, is this is now going to air after all that has all happened.
Yeah,
so it's super irrelevant information.
I know. And then, so come like June or July, we'll actually have an episode where people will be like, what are they talking about their vacation they went on in April? And it's like, well, that's our first opportunity to talk about it. So,
and I bet they're all waiting on bated breath.
Well, they will be for mine, because mine's a trip to Italy. Yours is a trip to Fort Francis, Ontario.
Yeah, I'm going to see my in-laws, and honestly, it might even end up getting canceled. So I might just be at home. But I'm excited for today, Jeff, because we got 2 new guests. So it's a double feature episode of Deep Cuts.
New blood, Alex. Joining us this week is Seth Vargas, one of the hosts of Movie Friends podcast. On the show, Seth and his co-host Michelle explore movies together. It's a podcast built around the idea that movies are better when you talk about them with friends, which makes Seth the perfect guest to join us here on Deep Cuts the Game, because we're all about friendship, aren't we, Alex?
Oh,
not for the last 100 episodes or so. But
no, we have not. Seth, welcome to the show. Tell us about Movie Friends.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for having me. I'm deeply honored to be here with the lookalikes of Mike Birbiglia, Bill Pullman from the second Independence Day movie, and Alex, who I can only imagine has been hired to hawk toothpaste in Japan. Movie Friends.
Listen, I'll take Mike Birbiglia any day of the week. That's a good one. Thank you.
So Movie Friends was born out of a frustration that I had in the film discussion arena, which was basically like a lot of podcasts are named like Angry Movie Guys. And you get 6 guys who sit around drinking who think that they're really funny and really smart. They don't need editors, you know. They don't need to actually look up any information before starting. They enjoyed listening to themselves, and so why wouldn't everyone else? And so my friend Michelle, prior to starting the show, had seen, by her own admission and tallying, maybe 120 movies in her life. And so I wanted to do a show where we don't go deep into Hollywood gossip or behind the scenes or on-set drama or box office, my absolute least favorite aspect of all film, because it's the least interesting part of art, how much it costs. You know, you ever walk into someone's house and look at a beautiful painting and say, wow, what'd you pay for that? If so, you might have a future in film discussion. But anyway, so basically we watch a film, we forget that we're recording, we talk to each other, and we have a conversation about what the film means to us. We give a little bit of, context. And yeah, one of the taglines that we've used is we would rather be friends than be right. And so we try to approach film, I'm introducing a lot of the greatest films of all time, quote unquote. If you're a 35 to 45-year-old white male from America, that's probably the same 15 movies. So I'm introducing these films to her and seeing what is her perspective, and are these things truly great across the board? Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't, and either way, it's okay. So that's the gist of what we do.
I mean, that's interesting, because Alex and I, there's an age gap between the two of us. So often touchstone movies for me and touchstone movies for him are very different. And sometimes I'm like, how have you not seen this movie? Like, and he's like, I wasn't born yet. Like, why would I go? I'm not going to go back and watch the Goonies. And I'm like, you should watch the Goonies. And then he watches it and he's like, meh, it was fine. So when have you ever like introduced her to a movie where you're like, you know, and like you've now done this for since 2023, I think you guys started. Alex is telling me to move my Alex, you can just tell me. Like it's
move
you know
your mic closer, man.
Okay. Have you like pitched her like, hey, this is a movie I think she's gonna like. She's gonna love this movie, and it comes back and it's just it's a misfire for her.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's been a lot. The two that come to mind the most would be two films that I love entirely. Brief Encounter, David Lean's best film about lawning and love ever made. She was like, yeah, it's okay. I was like, oh, your entire spirit didn't break apart into a million little pieces and then you were reassembled by the end. She's like, no, it was okay. And then another film, Japanese comedy, Tampopo. I was like, oh, this would be great. This is right up her alley. It's quirky. It's funny. It's great. She hated it. So, but there are other times where there's a film that I'm a very hardcore Shrek hater. So we've done almost all the Shrek films. It's usually when, she's on the other side of the fence being like, these are great and fun. And what's wrong with you? And I tell her, I don't know, but I hate these.
I mean, people have often said that Shrek is the Tampopo of the 90s North American cinema. So
I've heard you say that. I've picked up several books actually, and on the back, somewhere in there, it doesn't matter what the book is about actually, but it will say Alex Yon, Shrek is the Tampopo. Yeah.
My Shrek touchstone is my daughter once said I look like handsome Shrek. So when Shrek becomes a prince, and I was like, honestly, that is about as good a compliment as you can get from a teenager. So I took it.
Pretty good.
So on the other hand, then have you ever brought a movie to her that you did like, and then based on her discussion, you've like, oh, you know what? She changed my mind. Maybe she saw something in this film that I didn't like or did like that she kind of sold you the other way.
Yeah, constantly. I mean, it truly is a joy, like opening yourself up to another person and listening to them and like taking time instead of just like, here are my bullet points and you better listen. Yeah, it happens quite regularly where I'll be like, I really didn't like this. And then she'll kind of give her opinion. I'll say, you know what? Yeah, you won me over. I hope sometimes it works both ways, but yeah. So that's what we try to do. And yeah, we don't stick to any one genre or time period. We go across all film history and genres.
If someone was to come from this podcast, the Deep Cuts podcast, and start listening to yours, like I said, I think you've been doing it since 2023, so you must have quite a catalog. Where do you think they should start? Is there an episode where you're like, okay, we finally, like Alex and I like to think we were great from episode 1. We weren't. It might be funny to listen to it again, but where do you think you guys hit your stride?
Well, we were great from the start. Ooh, sorry. Very large vehicle going by. I'll give you a window to cut.
No worries.
We started with The Godfather because that was a film that she had not seen before. But the great thing about Michelle, I brought the movie watching experience. She brought all the podcasting experience. She has her own podcast network, very successful shows on there, and so she's been podcasting since like 2009, like before anyone was. She has been, and so it was great having all of that experience. And we planned the show for 8 months before we recorded a single episode. So I say all that to say I think we might be better than you
without a doubt. I mean, that came out without even the preamble.
I mean, I got laid off on February 14th, and about a month later I was like, hey Alex, we should do a podcast. And I think a week later we did like a practice episode just to see if everything worked. And a week after that we recorded like 4 episodes, and we're like, okay,
Great.
We're good to go.
Very good.
Now, we were smart enough to not to do any video for the first 2 years.
Right.
And now I've
What
made that
is
mistake.
it like? What is it like to not have anxiety that cripples you? I'm curious.
Yeah.
But okay, answering your question. We hate this question because we don't know. I will say we just did an episode on Amadeus, which will be coming out by the time this episode comes out. That will be out. That was a film that we both really liked. We recommend E.T. Usually, our episode on RRR is a lot of fun. The Shrek one is fun because I'm squirming and angry the whole entire time. We also have a live show episode that we did on Shrek 2. So, but there's I think we have 287 episodes at the time of this recording. So, yeah. And I also do episodes on new films with different guests.
Okay.
So if you really, really liked Madam Web, we have a great episode, very fun episode on that. Yeah, but I would just say peruse the catalog, find a film that you love. That's my recommendation. Don't go by us. Find your favorite film. There's a good chance we've done it at this point.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've had to double up because it's a game and we use 3 movies every episode. I've had to start, using some again, especially if a guest comes on and they're like, "This is my favorite movie of all time," and I'm like, "Okay, we'll put it in." And or if we have a guest that was in that movie, I'm like, "Well, I definitely have to do Point Break because I got one of the ex-presidents here."
Yeah,
but let's bring in our other guest now. Also joining us today is Steve Lucas, the founder and executive director of the Creemore Film Festival. The festival was a brand new event launching in Creemore, Ontario, with a mission to showcase Canadian films and give audiences a chance to discover incredible movies they might otherwise miss. It's all about celebrating Canadian filmmakers and bringing film lovers together in a small town festival setting. Steve, thanks for being here.
It's my absolute pleasure.
We know you got a big trip coming up. You're headed far, far away in a long, long flight. So you might be a little rattled and we got a lot of things going on, but tell us where the idea of the Creemore Film Festival came from.
This is a dream that started last June, believe it or not. It's been quite fresh. It hasn't even been a year. Where a friend of mine challenged me to answer the question, what's next for you? And I thought, well, heck, what is next for me? And I thought, I'm a lighting designer. I'm a set and lighting designer for live theater. And I've been doing that for 40 years this year. And I'm looking for a way to transition out of that into something that keeps me closer to home, like podcasting would. But I figure I can't compete with you guys. So I'm going to find my own niche.
There's very little money in the podcasting world, I'll tell you that.
Well, coming from the theater, it can't be worse. The idea for the festival, Creemore is a real genuine arts hub. There's sculptors here, there's novelists here, there's a really strong community. The brewery, of course, is the center of the town and really transformed it a few decades ago. And it's a place that people come from Toronto and from Collingwood, in the fall, especially the summer, the spring, and in the winter, they come past here to go to the ski hills.
Yeah.
And so when the idea of a festival came up, it was, when should I do it? Well, there's a ton of things in the spring, summer, and fall. And I actually talked to a woman from the township and I said, if you got a big calendar, could you tell me a month with nothing in it? And she said, January. I was like, done. I'm going to pick January. So I picked the 3rd week of January and we did a fundraiser this year and sold 85% of the tickets. It was as much a fundraiser as it was a test. It was like, will people actually show up? And it's not a big space, but we filled it and it felt great. And it was like, you know what? Let's go for this. So this is a brand new venture for me and a brand new venture for the town. Plus, I think in this moment, right now, in this cultural moment, Canadian film needs all the attention and love it can get. And there are very few specifically Canadian film festivals. And so far I've found 4. And I went to one in Kingston this past February, and it was fantastic. So yeah, we're going to do a small festival here in Creemore for the community, for the larger Clearview Township area, but also to eventually bring up people up from the city and hopefully become a little arts hub, much like Sundance was to little town. So
Wow.
If somebody listening to this right now, wants to help, maybe wants to support, do something, is there any way they can keep?
Yes.
What can they do?
Well, there's any number of things to do. What they can do is email me at creemorefilmfestival@gmail.com or follow us on Instagram, Creemore Film Festival. And our Instagram is blowing up, from my standards at least. I'm sure not by influencer standards, but yeah, we're gaining steadily, and it's lovely.
I mean, anytime I get a new follower that's not an OnlyFans account, I'm like, oh, and like, could you see, like, oh, you've been followed by, and you click on it, and you're like, oh, you have one follower, and you don't follow anyone. I'm like, oh, link to OnlyFans account. I'm like, damn it.
I've noticed a few of those already.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what kind of experience?
Everyone's welcome.
What kind of experience are you hoping to provide for people coming up to Creemore next January?
A really well, we're going to be holding it in 3 different venues in a little town, so you can walk between venues, and the brewery actually has a small event space where we're going to do our short film program in there, and use their brew pub, the tap room they call it, as the festival hub. So go see a movie, like Seth's podcast, go for a beer with a buddy, have a chat about it. I agree with you 100%, by the way. Like films are best shared. They're best watched together, with a room. Like when you asked me the question of what are my favorite, you didn't ask me what my favorite films were. You asked me what films have I watched over and over. And I thought, no one's ever asked me that. That's a really fun way to put it, because what I think is the best film of all time, what I think is my favorite film, and what films are like basically comfort food.
All different films, yeah.
Exactly, yeah, and wildly different. Yeah, I once had a conversation in Kyoto in a little bar with a Japanese guy who was talking about film, and I said, "Yeah, let's talk about film for a bit." And I asked him what he said. Oh, I really like American films, and I said, "Who's your favorite American director?" And I was expecting Spielberg, right? And he said Cassavetes. I was like, "Oh, okay." The conversation we're having is not the conversation I thought we were having. All right, let's have that conversation. But like that really threw me for a loop, and people surprised me, and I love that. So
yeah, we've had a few times where I've thrown out there like, hey, send me your favorite films, and like then I add the line. I'm like, and don't feel like you need to sound
smart,
smart. Just tell me like I said, like tell me that movie that you fall asleep watching on the couch on a Sunday afternoon.
Right.
But you wake up and you're like, oh, here's the part. Right. Because people will send me these movies and I'm like, there's nobody in these films. There's 3 people in these films and they're a difficult watch. I'm looking for, give me those movies you watch over and over again that you can quote the lines. So, as you've got this film.
The Tarkovsky off of the list.
So you've got a film festival, and that's got to be kind of fun to see what films you might be able to get, who's going to come there. If you could, Canadian films, let's do Canadian only. You're scheduling a double feature. What 2 Canadian films from any time, any era would you want to do as your double feature?
Oh, okay. Well, because I also want to bring the filmmakers up to talk. I mean, I've already reached out to Adam McGoyan to come up. And I don't really care what film he wants to show. I was going to let him choose. Just because he's one of the few famous Canadian filmmakers whose email I happen to have. So I reached out to him. But honestly, I would do Denis Villeneuve's Incendies, which absolutely blew my mind. I went on a little deep dive. I got the Criterion Collection, what do you call it? The streaming service, a couple of years ago when I was in Edmonton for a month, and I just did a deep dive on so many things. I thought, oh, I'm going to watch all of his older films, and I went through all of his older films except for the one about the shooting in Montreal. I haven't done that one yet. I'm going to put a pin in that one. I'll watch that eventually, but not yet. But Incendies, I watched last because I couldn't find it anywhere, and I finally found it. And I was warned it had a big twist, and like I'd seen the thing, but I still didn't see it coming. It was it was unbelievable. It was like unlike any other I've seen. Like that completely blew my mind. Enemy as well. The ending of Enemy. I think I sat in the chair holding on to the side of the chair. I don't think I've ever had a film that ends like that, where you're
Yeah.
I think it's a great time. It's a terrible time, but it's a great time.
Yeah.
Um,
but
Okay.
a double feature. That and Cronenberg, The Fly. I just love them.
Just want to, people really unsettled for the rest of that evening. Just,
Right? Everyone in Creemore would hate me.
Yeah. Everyone would be like, do you want to go get a drink? Like, no, I think I just want to go home and cry myself to sleep. Yeah.
That might be a little bit of me. Yeah.
Well, why don't we get into a game of deep cuts? So the first thing we do is we decide who's going first, second, or third. So we play a little thing called the IMDb Known For game. So I'm going to give you the name of an actor and actress, and you're just going to try to tell me what is number one on their IMDb Best Known For. And because we're talking about film festivals, why not we go for what, like, the godfather of film festivals, Robert Redford. So Steve,
what a famous name to request.
I know, and I was like, I had to look down. I was like, why do I have to look down for his name? But I was like, I was
Paul Newman. Nope.
Yes,
because he's dead now. So you gotta.
I was like, he's out of the. We don't think about him anymore. He's gone.
Yeah.
So Steve,
never heard of him.
Robert who?
Yeah. What do you think would be number one on Robert Redford's IMDb?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That's not a bad guess. Seth.
Unfortunately, it's probably Captain America: Winter Soldier.
No.
Unfortunately, I mean, this is just most known, right? I mean,
yeah.
It is a weird thing that we've talked to people. If they are, an IMDb Pro, they can choose what's on their list. So some people, you get these weird, whatever. But Alex Young, you're third. What do you think's on his list?
I'd love it to be The Old Man and the Gun, but I'm gonna say it's The Sting.
The Sting.
Although I do think Seth is right that Captain America is probably number one.
Well, you and Seth are both wrong, Alex. Only one of you is on the list, and that would be Steve. So I'm going to break it down for you. At number one is the Natural. At number one.
Okay.
Number two is Ordinary People, which he directed, and number four is All the President's Men, and then number three is Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. So Steve, would you like to go first, second, or third in this game of deep cuts?
I've thought a lot about this question. I really wish I knew what the movies were first.
It would help, yeah.
I'm going to go with number three.
Number three. It's not a bad spot to be. You get that turnaround pick at the end there. So let's see. I'm going to say, Alex, you're closer with The Sting, because I feel like that's a little closer to All the President's Men or something. Yeah. So Alex, would you like to go first or second?
You know what? I haven't gone first in a real long time. Let's go first.
All right. So then we'll put Seth in at number two. And I will tell you tonight's movies are. So I asked our guests, what are some of your favorite movies? And you gave me very different lists, but very good lists. So I've got two from Steve because he got back to me first. So he won on that. But Seth's movie has way more people in it. So that might help him. So the three movies are from 1986, Aliens. Not super deep. There's some interesting ones there. From 1994, True Lies. And from 2017, Thor Ragnarok. Not a lot of crossovers between Thor Ragnarok and those other two movies there. But while you take a moment to think about who might be your deep cuts from those three movies, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
What do you want?
Oh, goodness, there you are.
Petrified, the award-winning audio drama from a darker Ireland is back. Petrified tells the chilling tales of ordinary people encountering the supernatural and their terrifying fates.
Can you bleed to death from a chopped off finger?
I'd say definitely.
Oh, Jesus!
Guest stars this season include David Dasmalchian and Dylan Baker.
As soon as I opened the lid, I knew I'd made a mistake.
The Irish Times called Petrified Ireland's scariest podcast. And crimereads.com said it was extremely well written, expertly produced, and brilliantly acted.
Who are you? And why did you allow me to believe you were someone else?
Petrified Season 4.
Something did creep up the stairs to my apartment.
We are back with Deep Cuts the Game. I have Seth from Movie Friends Podcast, Steve Lucas from the Creemore Film Festival, and Alex Young from his, I don't know, living room, I guess, with a cat. We are doing 3 movies tonight. They are Aliens from 1986, True Lies from 1994, and Thor Ragnarok from 2017. Alex, you elected to go first. How are you feeling about that decision now?
Medium. I feel like I can do okay on Ragnarok, and then diminishing returns on the other 2 titles, of which I've got like 1 or 2 names written for each.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with Ragnarok because I have 1 guess out of the gate, right?
That's how we're on episode like 92, and you're asking me how it goes.
I never picked first. Anyway, the one of the villain's like right-hand man, so to speak, who is like a security guard, blows people up with the stick, is in Hunt for the Wilder People and several other movies by this director.
Yep. Her name is Rachel House. She is a New Zealand actor. She is worth 12 points, Alex.
Great start.
12 points.
Good job.
Yeah. Hunt for Wilder People. She's like the cop or something like that. I don't know. She's hunting the Wilder People in that. So yeah, Rachel House for 12 points, Alex. That's a good one. Good start. Seth, you are number 2. So you get 1 right now. What is your first deep cut?
Okay, so I'm gonna say Liam Hemsworth. No. Is it Liam Hemsworth?
No,
it's the other.
It's the one nobody knows.
Right. It's not Liam.
It's Luke.
Luke Hemsworth from Thor Ragnarok.
His name is too close to
who plays Thor in the play that Loki as Odin is watching at the beginning of the film.
Yes. Luke Hemsworth for 11 points. That's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, you know what, Alex, we have a friend who has a podcast, and he just had him on his show, and I was like, how the hell did he get Luke Hemsworth on? But then our friend just showed up in an M&M's commercial too, so I'm like, everything's breaking rate for this guy, so good for him.
With our M&M's commercial, Jeff.
Yes. Steve, you get 2 in a row now. So what's your first and your second deep cuts?
Well, I want to thank you for saying that, because I was trying to remember, like, because I've seen most of the Marvel movies, and it's like, is Thor Ragnarok the one where they have the little play within the play that Matt Damon was in?
That's right, Matt Damon.
Damn it, I can't remember if that's Thor Ragnarok or not. So thank you.
Matt Damon shows up because he's in, what's the other?
Loki, does he not? In that,
he's Loki. He's dying on stage.
Yeah.
He's worth 10 points before I forget, because he's a little more famous than Luke Hemsworth. But what's the other Marvel movie he's in? Where he plays like a hillbilly yokel. Is it another Thor one?
And
then Alan Tudyk's in it as well. They're at the beginning and like
they're at the back of a truck.
Is it a Is it a Deadpool movie with Cable?
Might be Deadpool 2.
Yes, with Josh Brolin, because I think it's when Josh Brolin comes back.
That seems right. Yeah,
and Matt Damon's got a little
unrecognizable, right?
Yeah. Because that one's got Ryan Reynolds and a ton of people.
He's the star, Jeff.
Yes. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I was confused.
You mean Brad Pitt?
I was thinking the Brad Pitt cameos. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you know Josh Brolin's in it too, Jeff?
Steve, you get your second deep cut. Which way are you going to now?
I'm impressed that you keep letting Alex back on, by the way. I'm going to stay within the play within the play there, because Sam Neill, I believe, is in that same.
Yeah, that's right. Good. Sam Neill is Odin. So much like Luke Hemsworth, he's worth 11 points. So that's a good one. And you know what? You're stealing ones away from the bigger movie that I'm assuming Alex and Seth have more deep cuts from. So that's good. Seth, we're back to you. What is your second deep cut?
Okay, so I go to a different movie now?
You don't have to. You can stick with Thor Ragnarok for all 6 rounds. But feel free to jump around.
So I got to burst your bubble here. I've never seen True Lies.
What?
And I cannot remember a single person from Aliens.
Other than the star of the film.
Right. So I'm going to go with Sigourney Weaver in Aliens.
You don't have to. You could stay with Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, wait. So like I could just do Thor Ragnarok.
You could do
night?
6 guesses from Thor Ragnarok. Yeah. Don't do the
star. We've only picked
of...
on 3 minutes of the movie. So there's
Got it.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I know a few other really big names are in True Lies, but I haven't seen that one. So,
Well, you're in for a treat.
yes. No offense to the Canadians, but I'm not a big James Cameron head. So
I will say, I watched True Lies again, and there's something about that movie, other than just the way Jamie Lee Curtis's character is treated for the most part in that film. Like, it doesn't necessarily age well, and
the first half is extremely problematic.
Mhm.
The second half is a super solid action movie, but the first half, especially by today's lens, is a very hard watch.
Oh, good. I'm gonna jump right into that tonight.
Oh,
then.
you'll love it,
dude. I think it's worth watching.
Yeah,
because right now I'm watching some of the Fast and the Furious movies, and it's essentially this was what those movies have done.
Wish they were. Yeah.
Yes, and it's without the humor, but. So Seth, go to any of the movies. You can stick with Thor Ragnarok all night if you've got 6 of them.
Okay. All right. Well then, well, lock it in. Sigourney Weaver, Aliens. Give me 1 point.
I appreciate the commitment.
Sigourney Weaver for 1 point from Aliens. Well done. Yeah,
thank you.
She's in that movie. Alex, you get 2 in a row. Your second and your thirds.
I am gonna take a couple from Ragnarok here. I'm gonna do Taika Waititi as the voice of Korg.
That's right. The Rock guy.
The Rock guy.
Also the director of the film. Normally directors get 12 points, but because he's got a bigger part, so he's worth 9 points, Alex. Right. 9 points. So that's not bad.
And reprising his role, but a very small part in this movie, is Carl Urban.
He's not as small as you might remember, Alex.
I only remember him with the guns jumping off a thing.
Because he is in charge of the Rainbow Bridge at the beginning, is kind of a loser, and then becomes the right-hand man. When you said, "Oh, the right-hand man,"
that's right.
He's kind of the right-hand man's like next in line kind of thing. So Carl Urban for 8 points, Alex.
That's fine. I'll take it.
So Seth, we are back to you. I'm assuming you've named the only person you know from Aliens, so we don't have to worry about you going there anymore.
Does the cat make it into the second one? I can't remember.
Jonesy?
Not that we see.
I don't think so. No. Oh, no. You do, because she says something about I'm going back and you're staying here, or you're coming with, or something like that.
Yeah, but she's got that in the room with her. The cat survived.
The cat doesn't make it to the third one. I know that. Nobody else makes it to the third one. They're like, all their pods exploded.
Even a lot of the practical alien suits don't make it to the third one. I actually do really like the third one. I understand the disappointment in it. I actually kind of like the fourth one too, but so if I don't know the name of the animal actor, I don't get to count Jonesy. So
and I don't think Jonesy's in the IMDb credits for whatever reason.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, Rob.
And I think that's Jonesy's only work is the Aliens film. So you can't say, oh, they were in another Aliens movie. That doesn't count.
Not like the great Jimmy the Raven from the Golden Age of Hollywood,
or the dog from Silence of the Lambs that's in
The
Burbs and many other things. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go with Idris Elba from Thor Ragnarok.
Yep. The guy that Carl Urban replaces at his job. So he's worth 7 points.
His job.
He does. That's his job. His job is to run the Rainbow Bridge.
His godly duty.
He's worth 7 points for Idris Elba. That's a good one. All right, Steve, we're back to you. Get your third and your fourth. We've only had Sigourney Weaver taken off the board in Aliens, and no one's touched True Lies yet. So what do you got?
Well, I'm going to touch True Lies, and it's hardly a cameo, but I'm going to go with Bill Paxton just for that mustache.
And you know what? Because he's in both movies, you get points for both films. So, but once again, it's not a ton because Bill Paxton, the comedic relief in True Lies, for 5 points.
And
then in Aliens. But you know what? He makes it almost to the end. You got to give that guy credit for being like a pretty shitty Navy SEAL or whatever they are. He makes it.
Marines, Jeff. Come on.
Are they Marines? Sorry. He almost makes it to the end. So he's 4 points in Aliens, 5 points in True Lies. So 9 points for Bill Paxton. So we go back to you, Steve. What is your fourth deep cut?
Oh man, now it's getting harder. Does seeing photographs of the cast from the first movie count?
No. So no, like Harry Dean Stanton or anything like that. Unfortunately, for this one, they are not.
That's great.
In the IMDb credits. Some movies they are, but this one they are not.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Well, there goes that. Aliens, who's not a main cast member.
Or we don't, or somebody you don't know, they're like aren't well known, right? Like there's some Marines in there that people, they're not household names. So if you know something else they're in, that would work.
Oh God, I even know one of them. And oh fuck, what's his name? Richard. What's Richard's last name? Oh my God. Oh, this is terrible. Now I'm gonna get stuck on that.
I'm rooting for you, Steve.
Jeff, can you give him Richard if that's the actor's first name?
I don't.
Is it Richard?
I don't have a Richard written down.
Guys on the ship. Spankmeyer. That's it. Spunkmeyer. Fuck, what's his name? Michael Cash. Last name is Cash. Daniel Cash.
Cash. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there is. I didn't even write anything else he's in because I don't know what else he's in. Like,
wow,
Daniel Cash. I wrote down. I gave him points. It's not one of those like he wasn't on it because he is Daniel Cash, best known for Aliens and
Spunkmeyer.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
He's in the newer RoboCop, and he was in Mama a few years ago. But that, I don't know him. So he's Canadian from Quebec. So yeah, he's very familiar looking.
Very cool.
So Daniel Cash is worth 15 points because
fun. Impressive brain work, Steve.
Well done.
Yeah, well,
Daniel Cash 15.
It so long, but
yeah. Seth, we're back to you. What is your fourth deep cut?
Okay. So clearly I forgot what the plot of Aliens was because I completely forgot about Bill Paxton being in it. The great. I mean, come on, please. Every time he shows up. I just watched Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker, where an extremely young Bill Paxton shows up for like one scene as a very homophobic bully in the school. It's not the greatest light.
We watched that for a bad movie night way back
in the day. Yeah, we did watch that one. And yeah,
the first time I've ever used the term out of pocket to describe a film. It is an absolutely outrageous film. But anyway, Bill Paxton is in there. So, okay, right. Space Marines. Right. How could I forget? Right. We're going back, all that stuff. Okay. So in a jacket that I would wear if I felt more comfortable about myself as a person, we have Paul Reiser, I believe.
That's correct.
Yep.
As the like rich loser executive dude.
Yeah, he's
like,
the
I know you just went
swarmy-
through a lot of bad stuff, but I kind of
was a
need
bad
you to
call,
do
Ripley.
this.
That's all. It
Yeah.
was a bad call. Yeah.
Right.
Paul Reiser. He's like third or fourth build in that one, but kind of forgot.
Okay.
Not one of the Marines, but he is worth 5 points for Paul Reiser.
Does he go with them to?
Oh yeah, because he.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's there, and he's the one
In my
that.
head, he stays back.
No, because
He gets a scene of there's a retribution scene towards the
For the
end.
alien
of
kill.
it.
Yeah, because he damages the pods. His full intention is to have Ripley impregnated by an
He's a
alien,
company man. He's a company
kill
man.
everyone else, have them all like, oh, we got back, but don't worry, we have one of the embryos inside Ripley.
Yes.
Which, of course, that's how that goes because Paul Reiser wrote a comic book last year that is a what if, and it's what if Burke got away.
Oh, really? Of
And
course,
it's like a whole,
he's
it
like,
like continues his story. It's actually very good.
what if the
Wow.
dick from the movie survived and
Right.
went on
Because
to
his
do more
life
sick things?
sucks after that.
Oh, does it? Well,
Based on a pitch by Paul Reiser to James Cameron 40 years ago. Now,
what if he survived?
What if he doesn't die?
Hear me out.
Alex, that brings us to you. You get your fourth and your fifth deep cuts. We do 6 rounds, so we're in the home stretch.
is my last quote unquote deep from Ragnarok. Very famous actor, but not in it very much. And that is Anthony Hopkins.
He is, playing Odin. Plays Loki playing Odin, so he's got a little bit of a scene there, and then his kind of like death goodbye scene, and then there's a "your power is not your hammer, Thor" bullshit. So Anthony Hopkins for 7 points.
I'll take it.
And what's your fifth one, Alex?
Well, why don't we pull a couple here from True Lies? The lead's buddy that just enables him throughout the whole movie is, if I'm not mistaken, is Tom Sizemore.
No,
it's the other guy. Tom, what's his name?
Yeah.
You know
the chubby one. I'll let you take it, just only because he's not worth a ton
got
of
his
points.
name wrong.
Mr. Rosanna. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Barr. So Tom Arnold for 4 points, Alex. And as much as you may say he's actually the voice of reason to Arnold. Arnold's the worst part of what's happening to her. Tom's like, you can't do this. He's like, you've got to understand, you're away all the time. Of course she's looking to sleep with someone else. You're never home.
And he's like, don't worry, I will just aim a bunch of satellites at her and figure it out.
He doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't want
to. He's like, you've done it all these times before. Who cares? And he's like, all right. But yeah, he's not the worst person in this movie, surprisingly. Seth, we are back to you. I think we're really selling you on True Lies now. You're like, I need to watch this.
I was going to say, I don't really know what True Lies is about, so
that's perfect.
But I am a Tom Arnold completionist, though. I think
just watch The Stupids. Now you got to watch True Lies.
Listen, I won't waste our time on The Stupids, but I do think The Stupids is a funny film. Okay, so back to Thor Ragnarok. I'm gonna go with Benedict Cumberbatch, who does appear in a scene or two as Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he kidnaps Loki, brings him to his whatever his house is, and
the Sanctum Sanctorum or something like that. I don't remember.
He's worth 8 points for Benedict.
Whoa! All right,
that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like you said, small part. Steve, you're on your final two right now. You get your fifth and your sixth. Do you have anything left?
I have
one. You've got a pretty good score going. So,
well, thank you. True Lies, Mr. Charlton Heston.
Ooh, yes, he is. He's their boss. He is, and he's got a patch over his eye. So that's fun.
He brought that.
He's only in the one scene too.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe 1.5, where he kind of. But yeah, Charlton Heston for 11 points. And then what's your final deep cut, Steve?
Oh, there goes my dog. I don't know. This is where I'm running from. Dead air is horrible.
Don't worry, I make lots of funny faces and stuff. So when people watch it, they're like,
Jeff, it's an audio podcast.
And yet they're funny. Oh my God, I'm looking at the names I've already written down. Stop looking at those.
Let's see.
Oh my God. I regret giving you these names of these movies. You know what? I once looked up the man in the bathroom in True Lies, the old man in the bathroom, because I was quite convinced it was James Cameron's father, and I was wrong.
Oh, very cool.
He looks like.
I mean, you're doing well enough, Steve, that you can give me. I wouldn't say just give me anyone, but like, who maybe not the female lead in True Lies, but there's another woman in True Lies.
Two women in one. Wow,
two women and a young girl. Tia Carrera for 6 points.
Yeah, thank you.
Wayne's World and Relic Hunter. Great Canadian TV show. Seth, we are back to you. It's your final deep cut. There's still some good ones in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Okay. So I can't remember. I'm trying to remember his name so bad, and I believe he voices the guy who destroys. Spoiler alert for Thor Ragnarok, but is it? I can't remember his name. It's driving me nuts. I know he voices Mr. Krabs.
That's good. That's good enough. Like,
Oh,
give it to you
really?
for that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Clancy Brown.
Clancy
is,
Brown. Thank you.
The Shooter, I believe, is the demon or whatever he is down in the
Oh, is that
hell.
Clancy Brown?
It's
Okay.
Clancy Brown, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he shows up at the end and essentially devours Asgard. So Clancy Brown for 14 points because he's just a voice, and everybody here forgot that scene even happens. So 14.
I remembered Surtur was in it, but I could not remember the voice. And
I
was like him. Yeah, that's
I didn't.
right.
Yeah, I didn't know until I was watching it again, and you hear it, and you're like, "Oh, this has got to be someone." And it's like, yeah, it's Clancy Brown.
It's a good chance it's Clancy Brown.
Alex Young, it's your final deep cut. I don't think you can catch Steve.
No, and there's no way I'm pulling a Clancy Brown out of my pocket either. So I'm just gonna take the other female lead from True Lies, which is Eliza Dushku, young Eliza
Dushku, who's kind of one of the most annoying characters in all of film. Like she's
in that movie. Yeah.
She's a shitty kid, and I get it. Her dad's not home a lot, but like she steals money. She's 14. She's riding around on a motorcycle with some guy, and at the end, the whole hanging off the plane like is just super annoying. Like super like.
Are you just mad that she's cooler than you've ever been in your whole life, and she's only 14?
I was gonna say stealing money from your parents, riding around on motorcycles,
hanging off the plane,
cool as hell, bro.
As a dad, though, I'm like, this kid sucks.
Sure.
I believe she's like a therapist now.
Oh, really?
Eliza Dushku. She left acting and went back to school and is now a psychotherapist or some sort of social worker or something like that. Let's see. Who did we miss? True Lies. No one really big. You got them all. One guy, the doctor from, you remember in The Big Lebowski where the Lebowski has to go with Julianne Moore and she sends him to see a doctor to do a bunch of tests on him. That guy's in it. He's nobody, but he's in it. Thor Ragnarok. Ray Stevenson. Because he's one of Thor's buddies. There's the three. They all die. They all get killed.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like Zachary Levi, Ray Stevenson, and the actor from the TV show Shogun. I don't know if he's the lead in Shogun, but he is one of Thor's buddies. Alex, you know the TV show Mythic Quest, right? Charlotte Nikado from Mythic Quest plays fake Lady Sif in the play. She's one of the other fake actresses. Stan Lee has his
right.
He cuts Thor's hair with this like giant thing.
Of course.
And then there is another Hemsworth. When Thor and Loki are on the street in New York, right before Loki gets abducted by Doctor Strange, two college girls walk by and they kind of like, hello, and they say something, and the girls are like, whatever. One of them is Chris Hemsworth's second cousin, Taylor Hemsworth.
Very good.
I just thought if anybody saw another Hemsworth, they would have known.
Yeah.
Aliens, you guys did really good. Lance Henriksen would have been a decent one.
Yeah. Sure.
The female Marine is Jeanette Goldstein. She's in Terminator 2. She's John Connor's foster mom.
She's in Titanic as well for about 4 seconds. Yeah.
And then lastly, we were talking about Paul Reiser's character, and there's a group of like executives are like, you blew up a ship that costs, and I love it. They're like, it cost $42 million or something. I'm like, that's peanuts.
Right.
Like a space, it costs. But the main guy is played by an actor named Paul Maxwell, who most of us would know from, I think it's the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. He is Panama Hat guy on the boat, not Panama Hat guy on the train. But when he's fighting Indy out at sea and he gets his hat back, that's the guy, Paul Maxwell. So well done. The final scores, we have a tie between Alex and Seth, a late surge with Clancy Brown. Got Seth and Alex tied at 46. But Steve, you walked away with it with 62 points.
Very good.
On the back, that Daniel Cash came out of nowhere. Like that's a huge deep cut. So congratulations on your big win. Your big prize is, can you think of anyone that would be a good deep cuts guest? It could be just a friend that loves movies, or it could be, Adam McGoyan. I know I've heard you've got his email. So if he wants to come on the show, no, anyone you think of, even a dream guest, like just, hey, Jeff, try to get so-and-so. It doesn't ever happen, but it might. So who do you think would be a good guest, Steve?
My favorite character actor who I started realizing was in everything, but he's passed away now, is Ian Holm. I started realizing he was always like my favorite guy in so many different movies, from Big Night to Brazil. But what's the other one? This guy who no one knew for the longest time until he did Severance, Brian Cox.
Oh,
Like, and I know, like he was like nobody for the longest time.
I know. I was
Alex massive.
Alex and I were discussing guests that we would be intimidated to interview, and we were like, Gillian Anderson would be like I'd be like, I'd say something stupid. Brian
Right.
Cox would tear us apart. I think, Alex. There'd be no question we could ask him that wouldn't get that's the fucking dumbest question. It would just be like, I'm so sorry, Mr. Cox.
Treat us like his kids from
Severance.
Yeah.
Or Succession. Sorry.
Succession, my bad.
Succession, yes. Okay. We'll put it out there.
Just that.
We'll send him a scotch and maybe it'll be fine.
Steve, once again, where can people find more information on the Creemore Film Festival?
Creemore Film Festival at Instagram, or if you want to get involved with the festival, you can email me at creemorefilmfestival@gmail.com. Or
Perfect.
.com or at gmail.com, or we have a website. I'm really horrible at this. So
Very good.
Clearly.
We'll get them there. Seth,
Thank you.
Movie Friends podcast. You're up to 200, 300 episodes or so. So there's a big back catalog there for people to listen to. I'm assuming you're on all the major podcast platforms. Where do you like people to listen to Movie Friends?
Oh, anywhere, please. Okay. Please listen in the comfort of your own podcast addict or Podbean. All those weird little apps, wherever you want to listen to. You can also go to our website. Whoa, another big. There's Eliza Dushku going by on a motorcycle. You can also go to our website, moviefriendspodcast.com. We have embedded players in there for all the episodes. Then you can find us on Twitter and Instagram if you want to, which after my poor performance tonight, you might think this guy doesn't actually know anything about movies, but that's okay.
I mean, you threw it a Sigourney Weaver for 1 point and still tied Alex. So that's pretty good, my friend. Alex Young, what do you want to
forward to the True Lies episode, by the way?
I actually, again, no offense to, I don't know how Canadians feel about him, but I don't know that we've actually done a single James Cameron. We have done Peanut Butter Solution though, which is a Canadian classic. So
it is.
I love that movie.
I mean, I saw it when I was a kid. I have not seen it since, Alex, but I am.
You have to watch it. It's incredible. Everything from that series of films are.
Yes, because and I think that one has a bunch of. Speaking of James Cameron, has a bunch of Celine Dion songs in.
It's
the Peanut Butter
Celine
Solution.
Dion's first English recorded songs are in the Peanut Butter Solution. So if only
for no
that,
other reason,
but there are so many more reasons to watch that film. But
I'm ready.
I love.
Steve, you're in for a treat. It is. I don't know how that movie got made. It's, and I believe it's been featured on the "How Did This Get Made" movie podcast as well, where they were like, what is going on in Canada in the mid 80s?
It's intense. Yeah. John Pace's Crime Wave is another one of my favorite. I love Canada. I love Canadian films. More people should watch Canadian films. That will be my sign off. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Alex Young, what do you want to pitch tonight?
I mean, you can find me on all social media and Letterboxd at the Alex Young. Also, go see movies at the Creemore Film Festival or your local rep cinema, big Cineplex, whatever's going, just go see it with a crowd. Much like Seth's podcast, it's always more fun with other people around. And buy your movies physically if you are able.
All right, we're at the part of the show where Alex sends me an outro that I read sight unseen. Now today he did give me try practicing this kind of
send you a couple reference trailers, and I'm like, maybe do give me your best Grindhouse. Like the classic, like Carrie, if you like terror, take Carrie to the prom. Give me one of those, because you almost got a rewritten version of science fiction double feature from Rocky Horror. And then I thought that would be mean to you. So I didn't do that.
Beautiful.
Too much mouth enunciation.
Yeah.
So now you also gave me a little to be read fast. Am I doing this also in the
In the same voice.
Okay.
Yes.
I almost want to go back and listen to that trailer again.
Too late.
All right. This film is not yet rated. Check local listings for showtimes.
That is how it ends.
Oh, well, how am I supposed to know that? It says to be read. It doesn't say last. It says fast.
Yeah, but it's at the end of the thing I sent you, Guy.
Yeah, but that's the first message you sent me, Guy.
Hours ago. Just read this thing that you just
I want to
got.
show this to everyone where you sent me a text hours ago and said to be read fast. And then so I thought that was the opening of it. I don't look at it before I read it. I don't pre-read these. It's sight unseen.
Classic Jeff and Alex fight.
Movie enemies is what we are.
There you go.
That's a podcast.
This summer, if you like thrills, chills, and deep cuts, we have the motion picture for you. Jeffredo Penne presents Deep Cuts the Game, the podcast. A dizzying spectacle of cinema, 60 blood-soaked minutes, jam-packed with trivia. Starring Seth Vargas and Stephen Lucas, and introducing Alex Young as the co-host. Deep Cuts the Game. Follow it now anywhere you get your podcasts before it follows you. This film is not yet rated. Check local listings for showtimes. And thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Very good.